Yo, what is good, my guy?
What's good? What's good? What's good?
How you been?
Good. Good enough this week. Pulled the overtime per usual.
Yeah.
But I was really looking forward to this weekend. But I got my Sunday Percy. I put it on there, and you already know what it is because we've been burning through it. But it's support Black creatives, independent Black creatives. As my lesbian homie series, which you can watch on YouTube, but it's better on Tubi because it's uncensored and all that stuff. Man, I've been burning through this drama. Like,
very entertaining.
Yeah,
really good show. Especially because they're not that long. They're like about 23 minutes an episode. But very funny in the sense because, like I said, first season felt like Southside, but I could see it like it's building a little bit more drama, at least from what we've seen, like how it's kind of like leveled up in season 2. So we just started season 3. Like we're on the first episode of it. But yeah, I'm intrigued. Yeah, it's really good.
And
like I think the best comparison is like a B-level Insecure.
Yeah, basically.
That's the app description. It's still enjoyable. It's really good.
And the other like short, 2-sentence thesis or 1-sentence thesis is like big chocolate man gets wrapped up in a small circle of lesbians, basically. And drama ensues.
Yeah.
But this is our episode 59. Okay, Luke Kuechly, like you said, London Fletcher.
Deserving Hall of Famer, and I don't know why he's not in it, but London Fletcher, of course.
Yeah, and Jack Ham, widely considered the best number 59, Pro Bowl Hall of Famer, 8-time Pro Bowler, 6-time first team All-Pro. Okay, he was part of the Steel Curtain, all 4 championships with the Steelers. So
okay,
there you go, Jack Ham, episode 59. But that's the Sunday Percy though. Watch it, support Black creatives. There's other great stuff out there too. He got a whole universe, like my lesbian homie universe. That, like I said, the next one I'm about to watch is like my roommate don't pay no bills, or something like that.
Yeah, they were watching that in the universe.
Yeah, which I thought that was dope because that's like Insecure because they got like the investigative, reporter woman, and she keeps coming up. I'm like, all right, that's dope.
All right, well, let's call that both our Percy's because we've been both watching that. We just jammed through that. So let's get into the show. We got a lot to get through.
Doors opening. Step back to allow customers to exit.
Crowd. How much you pay? Back forward.
That's flat bro Moody off the top rope. Moody up. Follow us here on the YouTube channel. Give us a like, comment, subscribe, all the stuff. Everything at the rest. TikTok. Everywhere.
What up, peoples? Episode 59 of the Wrestling Rehab Podcast, and we got 2 points up on the card for today because we have 2 pop-up shows. We got NXT.
Wasn't even thinking about Heatwave.
WWE is always going to try to counter program with AEW. So we got AEW Heatwave, NXT Heatwave, and AEW Forbidden Door. So Forbidden Door starts in about 30 minutes. So we got to get through. We might do things out of schedule this episode just so we can get our predictions in before the card starts. But let's get into the week. Let's get through it. Let's get into it. Flagship show, Monday Night Raw.
Well, yeah, the best thing, most positive thing that happened this week was however much of a wrestling fan you are, like once again, the people come first. But Naomi relinquishing the title, but specifically not to Adam Pearce.
I like how she stayed in character for that.
Yeah, exactly. Hormones jumping and all that, but Naomi revealed she's pregnant and obviously can't wrestle right now. So we're gonna figure out what's gonna happen with the title. But
it's probably gonna be like up for grabs for like the Stephanie, like this because she was supposed to face Stephanie at Clash in Paris.
Yeah.
Is Rhea take that spot?
Oh, interesting. Because I guess that's immediately just where this conversation goes. Who's the next champion?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I don't know. Maybe like, does that become like a triple threat between those 3?
I mean, yeah, maybe. I like Stephanie getting it. I mean, just due to like realistic circumstances,
and also like continue the storyline that Rhea can't beat Io.
Exactly. Even if you do it in a triple threat, then have Stephanie win anyway, and then it's just like, damn, these two, because they're also on good terms. right now. Like they're friends.
Asuka and the Kabuki Warriors, which we saw earlier, like they had some friction, and she's like, why'd you let her save you?
Mm-hmm.
But when you told us, you were just like, stay out of it.
Yeah, right. So they're supposed to be friends right now. I mean, it seems like Rhea's gotten over it like recently that she can't beat her, and it's just like a fact of life that Io's just better than me. I guess she's just kind of walking around with that. But yeah, I like that booking real quick. But she did mention to the women's division, you better be thanking Big Jim because he likes to, Netflix and chill.
Yeah,
if you know what she means.
That was a great moment. It's we have it as top shelf. Yeah. Honestly, it's presidential. I think the top shelf designation is the fact that it's like, damn, she just won the world title.
Yeah.
And obviously, winning a title and, starting a family with, having a baby, two totally different life things that you're like, obviously the baby is way more important.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just like, damn. Wrestling fan of me, I'm like, damn, she just won a title.
Yeah. I mean,
I hope like she gets it back and it's not like, yeah, you won the title.
Put on the back burner when she comes back.
When she comes back, she's not like going to be able to get that position again. And I'm like, damn. Mm-hmm. But I think she would. Because again, her character right now where it's left off is just like when she comes back, she's going to be the hottest fucking thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Because like the character is so over. So when she's coming back with the whole proceed with caution, I want my belt back gimmick, that's going to be dope. So I feel like I feel like she is going to win it when she comes back. And this won't be her only title reign. Mm-hmm. But I just hope that's not the case.
Yeah, I'm glad that, if anything, we're out of the pandemic era because, the most comparable thing is Becky, relinquishing after Money in the Bank during 2020.
On the podcast that, like, Becky doing that and, relinquishing the title and then starting a family and whatnot, it's just like, yeah, it gave me, optimism that I could also do that too as well. And so she's obviously taking advantage of that. Congratulations to both of them.
Mm-hmm, for sure. But we'll miss her whenever she comes back. She said in 9 months' time she won't do the snatch back.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's the best thing that happened on the show. The best thing the whole week for sure.
For sure.
And as far as wrestling goes, I'd say the best thing was the main event here, which would be her brother-in-law, Jey Uso, getting the win in the main event over Braun Breaker in the Extreme Rules match. Which I like the build for this just during the show. With the Vision coming out and regularly about to pop shit, which is funny because like. Jey Uso comes out and says, like, interrupts him and says, I'm tired of you talking shit, Seth. And he's like, I literally didn't say anything yet, which he didn't. So he was right about to start talking, but, like, Paul Heyman just had the whole introduction.
Yeah.
And I like the, antagonizing Braun Breaker, him, like, Seth knowing he's emotional and being like, he thinks his family's more important than yours. He thinks he can bench press more than you. It's just like, just getting to Braun's ego, like, so funny. He did he's so shallow as a jock. Like that, I think that's an interesting thing that they added. Like when Seth was like hurt and he was mad about like Sammy, like he doesn't even do any push-ups. Yeah. he never played like team sports or anything. He was just like, all right, man. But I enjoyed that. But yeah,
and the match was dope too because like they had the LA Knight and CM Punk coming out to help and interfere, but then LA Knight ends up getting put through a table on accident by CM Punk, but it kind of builds that kind of confrontation a little bit more. And then I thought it was also dope when Roman finally appeared and like Braun was waiting outside, like waiting at the ramp for him to come through, and he was like, "Fine, fuck it, I'm about to just go do what I was originally gonna do, go spear like what Jey Uso was." And then Roman comes out of nowhere and then spears him back. That was pretty dope.
Yeah.
Good. That was we both have that at mid rising.
Yeah.
You have Becky retaining her title against Natty.
Yeah, good to see Natty on WWE television.
I would say though, it's funny because you write it as Natty. People say that's Natalia, and Natty is
it's new Natty. Yeah,
that's not new Natty. That was basically WWE Natalia.
Yeah.
And like Natty is the one that's like MMA fighter.
Well, yeah, sure, not new, but yes, new in the sense of it being more prominent, I guess, and her changing her outfit and everything. Yeah. And it just says Natty on it. That's a different character completely. Like she's I think she's just leaning more so into like because she was always like saying when she was like, I guess Pink and Hart, Hart family Natalia. it was just like her being part of the best wrestling family, and she was always a good set of hands. Whereas now it's like it's changed just in a little bit more, since it's the fighter, more badass aspect. Kind of like when Kurt Angle, he puts his mouth guard in and stuff like that. She does the same thing. So it's like, it just gives her more of an edgier, look, to, distinct, at least even if it's a minor adjustment in character, the same that you're used to, basically. Even if we haven't seen it like on TV, like you said, like she's been doing this.
Yeah.
But yeah, for WWE, it's definitely very recent.
Hopefully she goes full gimmick change. So that's what I want to see.
Yeah.
Where she just like kind of turns into a complete badass, and then you kind of do maybe the same with like Tozawa and Maxine. And now it's just like a badass, like
just crew,
yeah.
Like kind of like what is it? American Alpha, but anti-American Alpha, sort of.
Yeah. I mean, kind of similar in that vein, where it's just like I think they're more geared into like MMA fighting.
Yeah, exactly.
Rather than just like, we're just like physically fit.
Yeah.
American people.
Yeah, exactly. And we got agreed. You got any more on that?
No.
Okay.
That was you. Yeah.
But yeah, we did agree on the vignette of Bailey hearing, I said, Randy's voices, in her head, like her version of voices. I really enjoyed that. Like, I think it's like I don't think it's heavy-handed, but like obviously a character change. I'm not gonna say heel turn, but some type of like at least tweener is coming. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I wish do you remember what the voices were saying specifically?
It was just basically like the Ding Dong Hello Bailey era, just kind of just like creeping back out. And it's not, I don't think it's necessarily that character, but I think it's more in that vein where she's a little bit more like cocky and braggadocious. It's just kind of like the devil on your shoulder is just telling you to like, follow me down this road and, we can get back to what we were type of, commentary.
Yeah.
Giving herself. Yeah, like that. I really enjoyed that too. And again, Bailey doesn't have a win since returning. And so having, this change, especially with Naomi, apparently there's a list that came out saying that like there's no main card heel.
Yeah.
On Raw.
Yeah, need a kick in the pants.
And they have Bailey listed as a mid card face. And I'm like,
yeah,
you could flip Bailey into main card heel.
Yeah, sure.
If that list is true, I don't put any stock to it. But if you just judge by that list that's put out, it's like, all right, yeah, Bailey, especially kind of like psychotic Bailey, where she's kind of like bipolar in a sense.
I'd say like because the most heel Bailey we've seen is what, Damage Control Bailey.
Yeah.
On SmackDown, that's probably like the most heelish she ever was.
Ding Dong Hello.
And Ding Dong Hello. Yeah. So yeah, you gotta take that and ramp it up, especially since she's gonna be assumingly on her own.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As a solo heel. So and lastly for the shake I had on this show, Penta over Xavier. I just like this for the simple like the New Day even adding like I guess a C-level character change to themselves where they're just still in mourning. Like this is just like part of it. It has been for like a month. Yeah. Like since they've lost the titles, they've just still been wearing all black and like all sad and shit. And this match was because Penta took his hat last time and wore it and fucked it up, but Penta just beat him again. So
great match though.
Yeah, I enjoyed the match for sure, but that's why it was the shake, just for the if I saw this on the card, I'm like, yeah, Penta's winning. Yeah. Well, that's what I got for Raw.
All right. Let's take a little switch up on the tour with AEW Forbidden Door. Let's get two birds with one stone. Let's go stop at the coffee shop and then give our predictions for AEW Forbidden Door so we can get it in before it starts, because it starts in 20 minutes. So
okay.
Let's go over to usually we go to the bodega. Today we're gonna go over to the coffee shop first. And so let's talk about what happened on Dynamite. You got MJF getting kidnapped as a primo.
Yeah.
I mean, not MJF. Mark
Briscoe. Yeah.
Kidnapping MJF. No, Mark getting kidnapped by MJF.
Yeah.
And Ricochet and them.
Because this is like downstream. Once again, that's the finale of the episode. Whereas we started off once again with Hangman Page talking smack and like how MJF is a coward and all this type of stuff. But yeah, MJF is like, hey, I'm going to, squeeze my way out of this one, even though you outsmarted me. And I would say low key, I shouldn't have put it in primo just because I showed my hand because this is my champion of the week. But because we had to slap this together anyway, we're the champions. But anyway, I just really enjoyed the kayfabe of it for him to just get out of using his contract and also taking champions advantage away, which is what champions always have. So saying, hey, the belt can transfer by count out or DQ. And so it's to his, and I don't have to use the contract. So
and I like the first 2 points of count out and DQ about the belt transferring on that. I just didn't like I said, we talked off pod. I was like, I just didn't like the last second, or not last second, because it only happened like a week ago, but like the rope-a-dope with the contract. Again, I understand you don't have like both contracts probably cashed in on the same night, especially in the same way where like they just like you wanted one of them to have at least an element of surprise. So when it gets cashed in. But I was just like, man, like, how do you still maintain the title match? Just I just didn't like that. I wish if you're gonna go with that, I wish the build was a little bit longer.
Yeah, and I feel you on that.
That's why I have Mid Rising though. I still enjoyed it. It's still like ridiculous.
It is. That's why it's champion of the week for me. But to the mids though, we agreed on FTR and Brodito.
Yeah,
they fought to a
time
limit draw. So there's going to be a 3-way. At Forbidden Door for the AEW tag team titles against Hurt Syndicate.
There's a lot of shoot feelings about Hurt Syndicate not wanting to drop their titles to FTR.
Oh, okay, interesting.
So I don't know the full dynamics of it, but apparently like Hurt Syndicate is not like the most pleasant to work with back there, or open to some of the creative and whatnot.
Yeah,
and so take that for whatever you want it for how this match might play out with Brodito now included. But no, that was a great match. Again, kind of like what Cass said on the Masked Man show. Not really a fan of time limit draws, but sure, if it gets us like a 3-way tag team match with these 3 teams, I'm like, it should be a great match. So I'm looking forward to it. I also have.
I meant to ditto that. Go ahead.
Mercedes and Athena getting the win over Tony Storm and Alex Windsor.
Yeah.
And I asked you last week, like, do you think they'd be able to pull off the win? And I think we both said no. I would need to go back and like recheck what we said on that. But they ended up getting the win. Tony Athena hit in her special
O-face. The O-face.
On Alex Windsor. And getting the 1-2-3.
Yep. What she called the Eclipse back in WWE, but it's that jumping off the top rope stunner. Yeah. Which is fucking clean as hell for her. Like, been doing it the entire time. Like, and they talk about, simple moves that, like, obviously over time just fuck you up. Like, even the stunner, just a regular stunner. Stone Cold talks about, like, back end issues and stuff like that. Or Hulk Hogan with the leg drop. So I would think that the O-face should be worse, because it's coming off the top rope. But I don't know. She seems bendy as shit. She's taking like hella fucking bumps, like in her over 900-day title reign
for years. Made her an animal.
Yeah. And what's the last thing you had up here?
That was it.
Oh, that was it. Okay.
Yeah. So let's get into Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
I'm looking through the
That's
card
the big
right
stuff,
now.
at least. Yeah, that we cared about.
Looking through the card right now, we got 9 matches. And
okay.
This is like that doesn't include the pre-show, the 0 hour, which is happening right now. But yeah, first match, at least listed on the Wikipedia, lights out steel cage match. I don't know how they're gonna fit this many people in a steel cage around like one ring, but you got the Golden Lovers, Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi, Darby Allin and Hiroshi Tanahashi and Will Ospreay versus the Death Riders, Claudio and Jon Moxley, the Young Bucks, and Gabe Kidd.
I feel like last time, like this kind of match happened, like a Death Riders, like multi-man, hardcore match. I feel like I keep picking against the Death Riders, but I'm gonna do it again. Hiroshi. Who's that lineup again? Hiroshi Tanahashi, Is it Hiroshi?
It's Kenny Omega, Kota Ibushi, Darby Allin, Hiroshi Tanahashi and Will Ospreay. This is Will Ospreay's return match from this neck surgery,
which is a ridiculous. Did he get?
I think it's a legit injury.
Yeah.
Even on the Masked Man on their preview, they were talking about like he thinks like they might win, but the Ospreay is gonna get put out on TV
exactly
to give him like the time to like actually get surgery. I don't think he did surgery. I think he's gonna like naturally heal it.
Yeah,
he was gonna need surgery.
Yeah. He needs to just rest.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's good because we knew that this was coming, and we think it's a legit injury because we covered it already. I forget what the last paper or whatever week ago was, or pay-per-view when they put the chair around him. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the face win. Yeah, the faces win.
I'm gonna go Death Riders.
Sure. I feel like I keep picking against them.
Yeah.
I feel like they keep winning,
I feel like Darby Allin's been getting the best of them.
True.
The last few weeks, that I'm like, this is where they gotta at least get like their payback on.
Yeah. And this is also where like everybody. That's why multi-man matches work, because everybody, even if you lose, it's effectively you're indestructible on that side, because it's like it's nobody's fault. If you really want to if you got to drill down to it, it's like, okay, whose shoulders were on the ground, you know? But.
And it's like it's a lights out match. There's a chance of somebody debuting.
Yeah, hardcore favors the Death Riders. There's tons of bitches, for sure.
But okay, yeah, we split on that.
Sure.
Next match, the tag team triple threat we just talked about: Hurt Syndicate, FTR, Rodito. Elimination match, 3-way tag team elimination match.
Okay, that's interesting. Fuck.
I go Rodito.
Yeah.
I think FTR costs. I think FTR gets eliminated first, maybe through like some smosh finish, from like Shelton or Bobby. Like maybe they're holding tight, and then they're tight, and as they're leaving, they cause Hurt Syndicate to lose to Rodito.
Yeah.
And then they feud for whoever's gonna fight against
Rodito.
Yeah.
Because my first question that came to my head is like, how much of the FTR and Hurt Syndicate interacted? They must have had like at least one interaction. Exactly. That's why it makes it hard for me, because I'm like, with you bringing up like, oh, they might be hard to work with or whatever. I'm like, we're constantly hearing shit like Keith Lee was also hard to work with. We haven't seen him in forever, but I mean, I'll take that with a grain of salt, and I'm like, I don't know. I'll go Hurt Syndicate. Sure.
I go Rodito.
Yeah.
Already, we got some variety on our picks right now.
Also, important to note that this is the first pay-per-view where AEW 2 weeks in a row, it seems like they pulled like the majority of their content from their socials, like YouTube and stuff like that. So this is the most blind we've ever been, or I've ever been. Yeah. Because I haven't, seen the last 2 episodes actually, or anything past like 2 minutes. So, but anyway, go ahead.
Okada versus Strickland for the AEW Unified Championship.
Man, I want Swerve to win this. I want Swerve to win.
Yeah, but
Okada just it's Okada. Okada wins.
And I feel like there's still like
there's meat on the bone with that.
Much on maybe they're on Collision pushing this story on a little bit more, but I haven't seen much of it on Dynamite. In a while, so I'll go Okada.
I'm going Okada too. Yeah.
Tony Storm versus Athena.
Athena better fucking win. I said that before. And that's what fucks me up about MJF pulling back. Because I'm like, like you brought up, you don't want to have them both, cash in at the same time, because if anything, somebody got to win that. Yeah. So with that being said, I would have had Hangman losing and Athena winning, but I'm still going with the same goddamn thing. Granted, I'm saying that I feel like MJF not cashing in brings down the percentage of Athena win. So I'm going Athena because, like I said, if Athena don't win and Mercedes didn't win it all in, I don't know what Tony's doing. I promise you I don't. I don't who else are you going to put it on? Who else?
Yeah.
How are you going to make it better? Seriously.
I mean, she'd be double champ.
Yeah, she'd be,
So I
900 days,
I don't disagree.
The forever
with you.
champion.
I don't disagree with you, but my logic in my head, I'm like, if Tony Storm just beat the 9-time or 9 belt carrying Mercedes Moné. was sent to Athena. Like, not to dismiss Athena, but like, you know, if you play with the kayfabe, like Mercedes got 9 belts and Tony's
she
still
everywhere
won.
with it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
they're two. Yeah, it's funny because they're dominant in 2 different ways. Whereas Mercedes is collecting versus Athena just locking her shit down for 3 years. You know.
So
her division.
I like the booking of getting Athena the belt because that means you could then get Mercedes coming after Athena for both her belts to add to her collection.
Yeah.
I'm going Toni Storm.
Okay. For sure.
I say all that to say
That's
I'm
fine.
going Toni Storm.
Yeah. I mean, I would say it's still fair. I mean, Toni is literally she's the GOAT of AEW right now. You know, especially women's. So, I mean, her and Moxley are the only 4-time champions. What else we got on there?
4-way AEW TBS Championship. Mercedes Moné, Alex Windsor, Persephone, and Bozilla. Funny Bozilla, like the quesadilla restaurant.
Yeah, and, oh yeah, Bodilla's. Yeah.
Oh, that's Bodilla's. Yeah.
Obviously the Fatal 4-Way is supposed to favor other people. I'm just gonna stay with Mercedes dominance right now. I know Alex Windsor has had like a great showing against her, but yeah, I would like if Mercedes was to lose the title, like outside of like a built story. I mean, this is a small story we've been getting with Alex Windsor, but I don't know where we would be going with that. I guess you could do something. I wouldn't want her to lose that way. I want Mercedes' shoulders on the mat. Like she's that good where she can't lose the title by like losing somebody else.
I'm going Mercedes.
Or via somebody else.
I'm going Mercedes.
Yeah, we agree on
that. Kyle Fletcher versus Hiromu Takashi.
My guy. You already know because I don't even know who the other guy is. So I'm going with the Protostar.
Yeah. I probably mispronounced the name. You probably know.
Hiromu Takahashi.
Yeah. Takahashi.
Yeah. The TNT title. Yeah.
I think that he's the one that appeared at. I think
he showed up. He showed up, and he's very colorful. Like he looks almost like a genie or something like with his ring.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Kyle Fletcher retaining.
Yeah.
Zack Sabre Jr. versus Nigel McGuinness with Daniel Garcia. Singles IWGP Heavyweight Championship.
Man, Zack Sabre Jr. That's gonna be a match right there.
Yeah.
That's gonna be graps. Like my guy ZSJ. Man, I fucking love Zack Sabre Jr. Zack Sabre Jr. is that nigga, man.
His matches, but I know Nigel McGuinness is not an active wrestler.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, that's okay, he just got put into this match just like a couple days ago. No disrespect. I know he's a great wrestler, but I'm like,
and it's dope because I remember I showed you like, or low key showed you the history. It's like, yo, that was like actually Daniel Bryan's greatest rival, and like Ring of Honor and all that shit. Like he's one of the rare wrestlers that didn't retire due to injury. He just like chilled. He just sat down. So
let's hold what I would assume is the main event because they have this listed at 8. But Cope and Christian versus the Matriarchy, Kip Saban and Killswitch.
The Matriarchy. Yeah, Cope and Christian. I mean, once again, there is numbers to this. I wonder where you could probably stretch this out until World's End, honestly. Because you obviously got Nick Wayne that's not part of that match. He's got to interfere in that. I think I might go with the Matriarchy.
Yeah, I almost feel like going with the Matriarchy.
I think I might.
Back because Killswitch is coming back.
And Nick Wayne was just on the show talking about, you broke my foot. His foot ain't broke. Like,
you never know.
He gonna come out there like, Seth.
You can still swing what you call it, crutch.
A crutch, yeah, exactly. Like he ain't hurt. So yeah, I'm gonna go Matriarchy.
Storyline of getting Christian getting Edge to be an asshole.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Because like just like rub one off, like take a little something from Edge from Cope to Christian. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more humility and just like owning up to your own shit. But you can also get stuff from Christian that rubs off on Cope.
Damn, now I just thought about interconnecting storylines, not to go throw us back too much. But once again, you booked Brodito to win. The deal that they had is that you help me with my Matriarchy problem, I'll help you with your FTR problem. Yeah. So we were going to see Cope and Christian as AEW champions again. Maybe they actually do win at this show. And then they actually do beat the Matriarchy, and then you can just immediately So you took care of my problem. Let's go get these championships. That's your problem, you know.
It could be a thing too.
But yeah, I just thought about it now, but we already put it in there. But I thought about it afterwards.
Who you got, Cope, Christian, or the matriarchy?
Yeah, I'm gonna go matriarchy. I think you could put meat on that bone, like just at least for like one more, you know.
I guess for me,
pay-per-view,
like
especially with Luchasaurus
I
coming
just
back.
booked all that. I'm like, do I trust my booking, or are they just gonna give you that like, I keep saying that Cope and Christian are back together, and this is their first match in like how long that they just get the win. So I'm gonna go.
See, I let you talk me into it just now because you heard I was starting to say Cope and Christian, and then you started saying matriarchy stuff. I've let you do that before, so I'm like, did I just let you inception me?
Go Cope and Christian.
Nigga, fuck that. I'm going Cope and Christian. Nah, fuck that. We ain't getting off the same thing.
Well, are you still sticking with
what's next?
FTR for the Brodito and the Hurt Syndicate, or did you switch up?
No. I went Hurt Syndicate.
Okay.
And that, yeah.
And then last match, Hangman, MJF, AEW World Championship. Like I said, if Hangman's counted out or disqualified, he will lose the title. No contracts on the line.
Hangman. I would like to see him win this match, and then because Gates of Agony, GOA, they're gonna like fuck with him and all that stuff. They'll like take out the ref, you know, heel shit. There's gonna be a spot where we think he's about to get disqualified for using a weapon or something like that, and that's we're gonna think he's gonna lose. He'll get hit with salt of the earth or something, but no, we'll get the buckshot 1, 2, 3. GOA come in, and then maybe he just cashes in anyway. They just jump him, and he's like, "Fuck it, I'll use it right now." I'm not booking that he'll, you know, cash it in right now. But either way, I still got Hangman. But
I kind of want to. Again, I always second guess myself. Like I can see the ways in which MJF wins this, and it's just like under some like, I got you. Look like you got disqualified for using a weapon or some shit like that. And
if he wins the title on some Eddie Guerrero shit, that'd be crazy.
Like, Eddie Guerrero shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, do you put Hangman? Like, how long does MJF hold that belt before Adam Cole Hangman wins that back?
Yeah.
Like it can't be that long. MJF can't hold the belt that long.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't need him to. But I like that booking, but I'm like, I feel like
I just came up with that, you know, that's
like
spur of the moment.
I feel like Hangman is kind of like could be like the Cody Rhodes, what Cody Rhodes is to WWE.
He's the main character,
and it's just like if that is supposed to be like your babyface, you should be able to get over anything.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna agree with you and say Hangman.
Plus, that contract's not there for nothing because what's it gonna do? Like you're gonna win the title and then have the contract? Like that don't make sense. So
hey, I mean
that's why I said lose the match and then just beat his ass down, and then you can just win the title immediately. So that would make the most sense.
So we got one disagreement. No, not one.
We got a few.
We got
at least the first two.
Yeah, we got 3.
Okay. Because
you picked Athena and I picked Tony Storm.
No, I said that weeks ago.
Brodito over everyone in the tag team elimination, and then I picked Death Riders, and you picked Faces.
Yeah, and I'm like still loosey goosey on that because I said that. Yeah, hardcore matches favor the Death Riders anyway.
Yeah, that's perfect timing. It is about to start right now.
Okay, good. Let's go back to. We're done with the coffee shop.
Done with the coffee shop.
And the predictions, the speed predictions out of order, but we can go back to the other, what would be predictions for.
No, let's go back to the bodega.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The bodega, I said, because that would be Heatwave.
No, we could just wait to do that at the end of the show. Like, back to normal. We don't need to do that. So just try to get in the AEW before the started. Heatwave is 7:00 tonight. But on the bodega NXT, both our primo was Javon Evans over Trick Williams to become the #1 contender versus Obafemi.
This is how many shots has he had against Oba? Like for the title?
I mean, if any, it probably was a multi-man. And I would say
he's never had a one-on-one match.
Yeah, I don't think he's had a one-on-one match.
Yeah.
With him.
That was a great match. That spot where, you know, he's going for the springboard, like the springboard drop kick, but then Trick gets up too quick, catches him on the top rope, and pushes him, and he flies through the announce table. Like he took that boy.
Yeah,
like because he almost like low key. It was like mostly his lower back, and he like rolled, high on his head and stuff. And I was like, "Whoo, boy, that nigga bouncy." It's like he young and bouncy. He gonna,
Spoiler, that's a champion of the week for me.
Yeah, that's some Gumby shit right there. Literally bounce back after that spot. But
yeah, I'm excited for Javon Evans for the Obafemi title match, and I can actually see Obafemi possibly losing this belt.
Yeah, that's good. No, that'd be a great moment for him. I think you would need to give us a little bit more of a, like Ilya Dragunov beating Gunther, like for the NXT title. Like, you got to show that, like, climbing the mountain.
Yeah.
At least on the second try, for sure. You can't get him the first try, but I think you could get like the, oh my God, he's about to win, that thing. Yeah. Like, he hits that boy is bouncy once, twice, and then he gets like, fucking lariated out of the air or something like that. And then it's like a 2 fall from graces and it's a wrap, I could see that happening.
I also wanted to call out, they were in Philadelphia, and I don't know what venue it was, but that was a dope looking venue. The seating arrangement was like way different than I've seen at a wrestling show, especially like an AEW show. They were like further out from the ring. It was like almost like the stage was like elevated from the seating pattern.
That's the only thing I didn't like about it. I like the fact that it was bigger and it was spread out, but the fact that they were elevated up, I felt like it was dangerous for the wrestlers, because around, I'm like, how wide is that platform?
Yeah.
That's supposed to be, that would be the regular outside of the ring.
Yeah.
I assume it's the same width, but I'm like, man, there's another tumble after that. I'm like, that's a big drop.
Yeah, they weren't going over the barrier.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was like, all right, now. I did notice that though. You're right. It wasn't interesting. Layout.
Briggs and Inamura in a street fight that opened up the show. And I actually like how they used that to open the show, where like it actually like started backstage and it just kind of carried out throughout until like they got to the ring and whatnot. But no, great match. Inamura is my guy.
Yeah.
Love that dude. He's awesome. I'm not sure. Is he like officially signed to WWE or is he like on residency?
I think he's on residency right now.
And so that's where I'm like, I like that Briggs ended up getting the win, especially now that he's like turned on heel and whatnot. So, much needed. But like Inamura's always just great.
I'm sure he enjoyed himself. I'm not saying he's done with the company, but like I don't know what else he's gonna do after that. I mean, unless he's gonna go solo.
He get his name back in the championship.
Yeah, sure. I'm just saying because we don't know what his, residency timeline is. But this is definitely the crescendo to like all the buildup of story that we've even had them coming together as a tag team.
Yeah.
And like them having matching vests and all that stuff, doing the classic coming together, odd couple, and then they break up, and then it's like over, quite literally a fall of grace or a fall of honor from, Josh Briggs. But getting the win with a chain around his neck, moonsault.
Now he's seen up before.
Oh, he did? Okay. I remember it was wrapped around his neck as he climbed up. But yeah, moonsault through the table on Inamura, which that was pretty clean. Athletic for a big guy, he's probably like 240, 250.
Yeah, that's a big dude.
Yeah.
And he's tall too.
Yeah, exactly.
But you got one more mid.
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed it was a 3-on-3 women's match, faction match. For my mid rising, a Fatal Influence getting the win over the Elegance brand.
Yeah.
From TNA. And once again, Ash by Elegance being the former Dana Brooke. I forget like the other two names, but it's like they're both like something by Elegance.
Yeah.
But
Masha Slamovich was special.
Yeah, she was very TNA heavy, and like even Ash by or the Elegance brand came out with their their manager. Or what is it called? Their personal concierge. That's who he is.
Yeah.
And he got ejected, from grabbing somebody's boot like during the match. I think it was Jasmine Nix. But man, there's a spot like I think Jasmine Nix, she took the bump of the match. Where I was trying to think of a champion of the week for her because she got put in like a bow and arrow like submission. So like the knees were in her back and like they're wrenching her back. And then there was a coup de grace into her stomach that she took, and it was lower stomach too. Like I was like, ugh. I'm sure she was like limping after that motherfucker. Like that was the bump of the entire show to me, or bump of the week, where I was like, oh no, she took all of that shit. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and double champ gets the win, with a rolling encore.
That was a fun match.
Yeah,
I didn't have that, but that was a fun match.
Yeah, it was.
No disrespect, I just didn't, I didn't take much from it.
Yeah.
I did some shakes that we both agreed on. First one, the peace treaty between U.S. and Canada.
Attempted.
That was fun, but mostly from the Canada side.
Yeah, they carried that segment completely, of course.
Yeah, every time they were like, "Yeah, but you're American, so you would be like that arrogant and all that stuff," and then
like a typical American, like Ethan Page just leaning in.
This is just like,
they were carrying that segment.
They carried that entire segment. It was mostly them, but they got Ava came out and made a tag team match that was pretty predictable. But again, Chelsea Green and Ethan Page are very funny together.
Yeah, because that match was announced for Heatwave. That is going to be a mixed tag match.
Yeah,
between the two of them. So,
and then
four of them.
Other one is Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe face to face. I thought that was pretty good.
And Blake doing the typical heel shit, coming out with security. Like, Jesus Christ, I hate that. Like, that's like one of my most hated. That's an all like just general kayfabe. When you come out with security as a heel, I'm like, you're such a bitch. Like, fucking punk ass. Like, I already know how this is gonna go, but still, I'm like, because I did like the spot where like she obviously wipes out the security.
Yeah,
but like grabs the mic while it's in Blake's hand and it's like hurting her hand, and like telling her like. Basically, I'll beat your ass at Heatwave. Simple as that. But
so we got Heatwave coming up later, so we'll go through those predictions. Let's go back to Wednesday, and some annoying news came out. WWE announced a pop-up show a month out.
Super annoyed.
A month out, they announced the pop-up show happening. Like it just came out of the blue because WWE pay-per-views. Our premium live events was originally supposed to be moving to ESPN in 2026. Got a whole bunch of bumped up to September 20th, and the WrestlePalooza will be the first pop-up show that will be on ESPN app.
Yeah, give us your money again.
Yeah,
again. Peacock's not enough.
Sooner rather than later. Basically, what they're saying.
My immediate thought is the library just coming off of Peacock? Like all of it?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. So literally starting in a month.
I don't think that happens yet. But
the pop-up shows are going to be over there.
On ESPN,
so you'll need both if you want to be like a wrestling fan. Like you're a cut wrestling fan.
And they also made a deal with
ridiculous.
They made a Peacock with NBC to have Saturday Night's Main Event exclusive to Peacock. So they're taking it off of NBC and moving it to Peacock.
Yeah.
So but yeah, I'm mostly annoyed because again, it's $30 for an ESPN app, which I'm like $30 is asking for a lot.
That's a lot.
Especially when you only got like NFL games like that. Only one you got is like Monday Night Football. It's not like I can watch like the entire.
Speaking of NFL games, I'm not gonna get too heavy on it. Listen, speaking of NFL games,
it's preseason. Who cares?
Yeah, no.
But got the Commanders and Ravens preseason game because I'm a degenerate like that. But yeah. Just lost my train of thought.
Oh, sorry. We were talking to ESPN now.
ESPN and having just
that's a lot
on that. It's a lot, and I'm just like $30. And you say that if you have a cable subscription, you should get it, and it's like, oh, but specifically with the major ones, DirecTV. No, I think DirecTV you're good, but it's like I think it's DirecTV, Cox, Xfinity, and YouTube TV, and like Spectrum. Like, if you have any of those, you can't get that. And I'm like, what cable subscriptions are you allowing then? Like, this is ridiculous.
What is this?
And so that is just annoying.
That's more entertainment media places just like, give us your money streaming.
It's anti-consumerism.
Blowing us up. It's more expensive than cable now. You know what I'm saying? Because
when I did the math, it was like $1,000 if you wanted to watch like all of the WWE
stuff. $1,000.
Yeah, because you had to get cable, like, and then you would have to get Peacock, and then you would need to get Netflix, and then you would need to get ESPN on a yearly basis, on a monthly basis.
Oh, okay, adding it up for the year. Okay, yeah,
$1,000 to watch WWE
God
program.
dang. Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy as hell.
Yeah, that's annoying.
In the streaming era.
But yeah, that's moving up sooner rather than later for them. And apparently, I didn't even think about this, but they were talking about the Masked Man. There was like, I guess, because their deal with Peacock was supposed to end like much later, like 2027, I want to say. But they were able to get out of it early because they met their quota, I guess, for premium live events.
Yeah.
And so remember we were saying like, man, they are just stacking,
pushing them out,
a lot. I'm like, it felt exhausting. I guess that was the reason because they just wanted to get out of
like
there.
a rapper pushing out a bunch of albums, or like 2 albums back to back. Yeah. Exactly. That's exactly what that was.
So that was annoying, but nonetheless, let's move over to the gallery for the Book of Wrestling. Book of Wrestling. What do we got, Moody?
2 moments in a match per usual, all within our childhood. Sorry, generational stuff. It's that's the forefront of our mind, but we might as well start at the beginning. For just our first moment, we got August 23rd, 1999, Triple H's first WWF title win. The night after SummerSlam, Triple H won his first WWE Championship when he defeated Mankind on Raw is War. Mankind's reign lasted less than 24 hours and would prove to be Mick Foley's last WWE Championship reign. So yeah, there you go. That's where it all started, where Triple H is being a top guy. 99.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that time too. That was when he was coming out to something like one of my favorite stuff. It was like it's called My Time.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite Triple H's. That's my favorite actually, Triple H intro music. And he used to come out. Yeah. It really just felt like he was a problem. Like it was just like, okay. Almost like kind of like the Vince McMahon.
I mean, honestly,
it was just like you knew that like Triple H, like you said, it's like it's all about the game and how you play it.
Mm-hmm.
And I am the game, I make the rules and whatnot. It's like that's where it all comes from because it's like it's my time and I'm gonna be this manipulator, to always find the way to win at the end of it.
Exactly. So that's why I was like, honestly, I'd rather take the game into King of Kings. Both of those. Like, just great music in general, but love it. The match for this week happened August 21st, 2000. Raw's first women's main event, and this is when Lita defeated Stephanie McMahon Helmsley when Stephanie was women's champion. And this was very fun looking back at this. Like Kurt Angle and The Rock interfered in this match. Like The Rock hit.
I remember this. Yes.
The Rock hit Stephanie with a spine buster and shit. Like, it's just like Jesus Christ. But very safe. He was very gentle with her. Yeah. And then Lita Salt 1, 2, 3. So that's how Lita wins her title.
Stephanie was like at least 1, 2 times.
2-time women's champion.
And then a lick of wrestling. She was just being daddy's little princess.
Yeah.
And shit.
And then I would argue probably the most iconic of this week is, even though it's the second time, I think this is one of the times where it's like, people always say the sequel is worse.
Yeah.
The sequel is at least just as good as the original time. At least just as good, which is Kurt Angle's
Godfather 1 and Godfather 2. It's
exactly. Great. Yeah, which is August 20th, 2001. Monday Night Raw played host to Austin Appreciation Night as the Alliance paid tribute to their leader, Stone Cold Steve Austin, when he was a heel. And the party was ruined when Kurt Angle showed up with his milk truck, impersonating Stone Cold with his beer truck. So.
And I love that it was milk because it just Kurt Angle and his corniness and whatnot. So great moment.
Yeah.
Just like the beer truck with Austin and on McMahon is like the same thing. It's like the fact that it paid back on Austin is like what a cool moment.
He held on to that. He was like, "Oh, you made me look like a fool like this, like had me drowning and swimming in the beer and stuff."
That's great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's it for the Book of Wrestling this week.
Yeah, that was it.
Week, though.
Yeah, very interesting. Very dense. Obviously, I could have went with a lot of that. But the current event that I got for here on Friday, August the 22nd, you saw this, but Karrion Kross made his directorial debut in a film called Blue Evening.
No, I haven't seen this or heard about it.
Yeah, the trailer for it came out, which I added the link to it. Independent film, obviously. And I need to go. I remember there was somebody in here. I was like, oh shit, that surprised me. Whereas like a serious, or not serious actor. I'm not trying to insult Karrion Kross, but like a well-known actor. Yeah. But yeah, I watched it and I was like, okay, I see what's happening here. And for you to just once again you just got to keep that grindstone moving, whatever your passions are and stuff like that. We knew that Bray Wyatt was really into horror, and that helped like inspire his character and stuff. And like, hey, wrestlers want to tell stories. I mean, it goes hand in hand, you know. So it's nothing for a wrestler to like. It's normal for them to go over to films now.
Mustafa Ali. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knows how he wants to portray his characters when he's out there and whatnot. You know, with the WWE, he was kind of being shackled.
So yeah, I love him in TNA, like the whole asshole man of the people, like politician figure that he is. But yeah, that's what I got for current event. Interesting. We're gonna watch that trailer. It's like 2 minutes. Yeah.
Get into the boutique. SmackDown.
It was weak. It was. I mean, but then again, well, I guess we always have that excuse because we just be pouring up and shit. But it did not hold our attention that strongly, where we both only had 2 things. And let's start with, I guess, the highest grade. You know, you have it a mid, I have it as a primo. But Piper getting the win over Charlotte.
Yeah, that was a great match.
Yeah, it was. And like I said, the Secret Harvest is just on fire. They are pulling some weight right now as far as like a women's faction being on, you know, just floating across all the brands right now. Specific, more so SmackDown and NXT, but still. I'm loving this. The interference, like Charlotte getting the figure 8 in, and then Chelsea
interfering.
Yeah, interference, raking the eyes. And yeah, Piper hits Charlotte with a Michinoku driver number 1 versus the number 2 that we see more commonly. Anyway, once again, that nerd like video game knowledge, but anyway. Yeah, surprising win. I remember immediately in the moment you said, "Don't say Charlotte don't put nobody over." I'm like, that's also why it's a primo.
I was like, I just moved it up to primo because I was like, great match in itself, but you always think like Charlotte's always going to come out on top, especially like the event what happened last week and how this match came about. But yeah, no, like, yo, Charlotte took the L. Yeah, and I'm like, that's what's up.
Yeah, because like that's the thing that, like I said, that I've always said about Charlotte's character, where I understood like the go away heat, you know, that she was getting, where it's because it wasn't the problem with Ashley, obviously, at all, but it was just the character of the queen.
Yeah.
Literally, because she had a return before when she was like, I showed up and I won a title match. You know what I'm saying? I don't stand in line. I made the line, you know? So it's like, let's, you know, check the ego, like humanize her. Because what happened is like, you tried to take her from the queen to straight human. And it's like, nah, you was always the best. And that's what they were missing.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, just to humanize her with like the simple storyline of we're not friends and tag team champions. It's like, yeah, the numbers game can still get you no matter who you are. And she doesn't have her partner here to back her up. So I just like she feels like part of the roster. You know what I'm saying? Instead of hovering over everybody else.
Like living on a god plateau.
Exactly. Yeah. That's all you had to do. Or in my opinion, once again, that's my analysis of it.
So both that's primo for the SmackDown. And then the other thing that we also really enjoyed, Mid-Rising, Melodome Miz over MCMG.
Is that official or did you just write that?
That was in the Bleacher Report, but I think that's what they might call themselves.
Yeah, I mean, that fits obviously perfectly. I was like, if you came up with that, I was like, they should do that. So yeah, you're right.
But no, they got the win over MCMG. Great match. MCMG is obviously like, you could tell like they've been tagging for like ages.
Yeah.
Because like they had that, like, I don't know what that name of that sequence is, but like they just kept like bouncing off the ropes and just kind of like doing moves one after another.
Made in Detroit. That's what that's called. Yeah.
That kind of like piston kind of action like they were kind of doing. It's like you can only do that when you work with somebody for like 15, 20 years.
That's why it's awesome that they obviously, I mean, there's no way that they should have went to NXT anyway, but for them to debut on the main roster and like as like indies, exactly, for like them to be like the definition of indie guys, where you would say are indie guys, and your favorite tag team. It was them and like Young Bucks that basically redid like tag team, or the new era of like what some people would say is like flippy dippy or like two spot prone, you know, type of like chemistry wrestling. But yeah, great stuff. And they build the same type of finish with, you know, Mello doing all the work and Miz sort of stealing it from his own teammate. But it's funny because like obviously Miz, if I'm him as a character, I'd be like, but we're winning. So like, why does it matter? But
I mean, you kind of made, I think it's the same point that you made last week. It's like, of course Melo's gonna do all this stuff with all these other guys because he's more younger and athletic and nimble enough to like hang with them. This ain't
he's
doing
actually in his prime.
Fly.
But he did that step up, break up the pin, tornado DDT. I was like, that's the most spectacular thing you're gonna see out of him is a tornado DDT. So that man is down with the basics.
Yeah. Oh, that was pretty much it. What I have for SmackDown. Other than that, like there was a pretty decent Logan Paul, John Cena promo, especially when John Cena started dressing down Logan Paul. But I just don't care.
Yeah.
Like we know Cena's gonna win this. Like Logan Paul is gonna look good in it. Like I don't care. I generally just don't care any kind of Logan Paul storyline. So I'm like, whatever. It's a shake, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll put it.
And the MFTs. They lost to.
It was
This is why it's shake, at least because we don't remember. Like I said, we were not highly entertained most of that time.
I'll bring it up.
I'm not gonna say that it was a bad match, obviously, but we wasn't really watching it like we should have been. But yeah,
it was like Tala Tonga and JC Mateo. That's what it was.
Yeah. No, I said versus who? I mean, I know it was them. The MFTs versus who?
Oh yeah, my bad.
Yeah. Sammy probably was Sammy on this episode. Yeah, Sammy did. Yeah, Sammy Haluva kicked him over the ring that's the ring. Yeah, the announcer's desk. So yeah, that happened.
Yeah, it wasn't even listed on the Bleach Report.
Dang,
that's how not important it was.
Yeah, well, that's our review for the week, or my review for the week. I'm trying to think of like anything else. Oh no, yeah, we should have put it on here. I'd at least put it mid, which was
the tag team.
The tag team, absolutely. Yeah. At least Jade and Tiffany getting the win over Nia and Becky.
Yeah,
and I remember you saying like, "What are you doing up there, Jade?"
When she did the frog splash, I'm like, Jade, that is not show territory.
That's the most basic thing to do, though.
Yeah. That's like the super kick.
Yeah.
Of
the top ropes
now.
Yeah, because even the Superfly or like the Uso splash, how they do it, I would say you have to be more majestic.
Yeah.
With it, whereas the frog splash is like meant for you to be awkward.
Yeah.
Like, that's why you're just getting your arm and legs together. You know, because she did look kind of awkward. She need to like stretch that out. You know, like if she did that shit like Montez, finish her. That could be a finisher.
At least that was her first time on TV. You know, she's probably
she's working on it. Yeah.
But I feel like I think if she could get more extension on it, it'd be a clean look, especially because it's like you can kind of convince it's like, oh, she does it because she has abs, and it's just like her just like doing like an ab crunch roll or something like that. That's just like you're just seeing the muscles trying to just destroy you. Like
Sheamus be saying, like the girls' workouts are the worst when they be coming on like Scottish Warrior workouts or whatever.
Celtic,
the Celtic Warrior. That's he would be mad at me about that. He's like, I'm not Drew McIntyre. But yeah, like every time, like Jade's one fucked him up, like because that's what she did was the ab workout. Fucked him up.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I'm popping.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's what we got for the boutique this week.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Let's get into this second
Heatwave.
Yeah, predictions.
Yeah.
We already got 1 point on the line, and we're probably going to have an actual winner of that one.
For sure. We'll have a winner of this one too, probably.
Let's see.
Because once again, we'll see what the card is. But sure, let's go.
Jordan Grace versus Blake Monroe in a singles match.
Yeah, this is good.
I'm going Jordan Grace because you can't be getting a win over Fat Shaman.
Yeah. And my thought is just like, man, Jordan Grace has like taken hella L's for her to be like, for like her to be like one of like the first like women to come over. And I was taking her seriously. I mean, I knew who she was on TNA before she even came over. But losing multiple times, like she's already lost like a title shot like 4 times.
2 times.
Okay, whatever. Maybe I'm exaggerating. I'm sorry. But either way, I still feel like she just loses too much a little bit for who she is.
I still think she's still over.
She's over. Yeah, no, I'm just saying her booking. That's why I'm like, I would have her winning too. Where I think that's where I feel kind of stuck. Where I'm like, well, Blake's brand new compared to Jordan. Blake's the newest, shiniest thing.
She's been talking a lot of shit, and again, based off the segment where again she beat up all these dudes, security, and then she held Blake's wrist and was crushing it without really like breaking the rules of like hitting her and whatnot. It's just like Blake is just getting ready for an asshole.
Yeah, right.
Like, again, you can't be fat shaming people and then not expecting to get your ass whooped.
So, for sure.
I got Jordan Grace.
Yeah, Jordan Grace.
You got Jordan Grace?
Yeah.
I feel like I know you're gonna be happy for this next one. Hank and Tank defend their tag team titles against two members of the Dark State.
Dark State. I'm going Dark State.
Not like any disrespect to Hank and Tank as much as you disrespect them. I don't care for them.
I told you, I'm not trying to disrespect them. I just never got into them.
Yeah, I don't care for them either. But I'm like, Dark State needs something.
I'm just not into it at all. I'm not into Hank and Tank at all. And with that being said, Dark State is also knocking on that door where I've been saying, like, we were there at their debut. We keep bringing this up, where they really haven't done shit outside of the multi-man match win, where it's not like, when it's a multi-man match loss, like, nobody really takes the loss. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you can get that off and like you get your random attacks off, but we don't know who you are still. So yeah, Dark State, like I said, I mean, I'm just not into it yet. I'm Hank and Tank are just like, yeah, I don't know.
No, I agree. I just think Dark State needs belts more.
Yeah. Is Hank and Tank going up to the main roster already?
No.
Okay, good.
I don't think so. I haven't heard it. JC Jane, Masha Slamovich, Ash by Elegance, triple threat match for the TNA Knockouts Championship.
Man, this would be an interesting if Masha won it back right here. Because she won at, did she win the belts? Was that a NXT pay-per-view or was that Slammiversary, like TNA pay-per-view when she won both belts?
You talking about
JC Jane? That was a TNA show.
Yeah.
That's where I would want to go Masha Slamovich, because it would just be the opposite, balancing it out. But yeah, what do you believe they give a top title over there right now? Does it feel time? Like,
at least one of them, and I think I'm gonna go with Masha just because I'm like,
that's where I'm thinking too. But
there's gonna be interference, obviously. Ash has two people.
You're already
people.
Yeah.
Masha doesn't have anything, but I feel like those two
cancel each other out. Exactly.
That eventually it just makes it that Masha could just have her pick her choice of like who she wants to pin.
Yeah.
Probably.
And then I also like the fact that she was also literally playing the middle this week, where she was the ref. So I really like that. Yeah, Masha. That's what I was asking. I was like, if she won it on an NXT show, that's where I would be like, I would want to go with probably the retention. But yeah, I'll go Masha Slamovich. That's a big deal for them to like give a main title to TNA.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's gonna have to eventually happen. You know what I'm saying?
I think eventually. We'll see.
Triple threat match to determine the number one contender for the women's NXT Championship.
Oh, okay.
Kalani Jordan, Jada Parker, Lola Vice.
Oh, this is great. All right, we'll split on this. Kalani, Miss Parker, and Lola Vice. I gotta go first. Let's go, Kalani. I'm not convinced. I really want to pick Jada Parker. I'm really not. I didn't know that this match was happening. This is once again me being a bad wrestling fan, people. But I'm interested in hearing that match, though. I'm very interested in hearing. That might be my match of the night. I mean, for it to be no title, but for a title shot,
contender,
I would take that. If it's a contenders match on a pay-per-view, take that seriously. You know what I'm saying? Because this is also, I would say, is a B-list pay-per-view for them specifically. You could go to a bigger NXT show.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll go Kalani for now, just because she's. My heart wants to say Jada Parker, dog.
I'll make it easy for you. I'm going Lola Vice because I just think Lola Vice is the veteran out of this, I guess. I feel like she's been there a little bit longer.
And like I said, with Jada,
and then I think Jada Parker and Kalani are probably going to end up in a rivalry, in a feud. That I'm like, okay, Lola Vice versus JC Jane, especially if JC Jane loses their title.
Yeah,
I'm like, I can see that. and then you get number one contendership between Jada Parker and Kalani to see who faces Stacey Jane at whatever the next NXT pop-up show is. I'm going Lola Vice.
Yeah. I knew he was going to split on this just because of the dynamics of the match. I am going to go Jada Parker because I love her character. And like I've said before, my analysis of her is like, she's always wanted the NXT women's title. Yeah. It's just she keeps getting distracted by other
And I guess she is the only heel in this match.
Exactly. She's the only heel. So as I sit here and think about it, and Kehlani pinned JC Jane in the tag match. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, they already, I don't want to say have more history, but like, I guess that seems more set up.
Yeah.
Where it would make sense. That's where I was leaning Kehlani, just because she recently had her shoulders on the mat. But I'm like, damn. Yeah, I'm going with my heart, dog. I don't care if I lose. I don't care. I'm going Jada.
Jada?
Yeah.
I got Lola, so we finally got our split.
Yeah.
Oh, we got one more. I got two more matches, but we finally got our split. Chelsea Green and Ethan Page versus Tyra May Steele and Tavion Heights. Mixed tag match.
I think the Canadians could win this just because they have all the charisma in the world, but just due to the fact that you're debuting an Olympian in her first match, I'm going to go with the Americans. That's simply just for that.
Yeah. So I'm not even going to push that.
Yeah. I'm not overthinking it. Yeah.
Finally, Obafemi versus Javon Evans for the NXT Championship.
He can't beat him the first time. Obafemi is retaining.
Does Javon come in bandaged up from the bump that he took?
No.
Like ribs or something like that? Like, is it?
No. He's fine. He won that match.
Sure. But like, that's still like, you got to sell the.
Yeah. No. He's not hurt. Maybe he's got, like I said, the video games, he got that light yellow damage. Maybe, but it's not taped up. It's not at that point. I said he's young. He's like Gumby. You know what I'm saying? He bounced back.
Yeah, I'm just thinking. I'm like, I want to pick Javon Evans because I'm like, at what point, like, if he beats him, like, he would have to do it in a way that like is not respectable.
Oh, a heel turn on?
No, not a heel turn, but I think the same thing with like Inamura, where like Briggs interfered in their match between Obafemi and Inamura, and like Obafemi was like, yo, I know you wanted to do it the respectable way, and do interference is how the match ended. So we could run this back. And so that's where I'm like, if something shenanigans happens where he gets interference in his match, and it's like, I can see them coming back on a rematch. But if he loses, I'm like, then who's the next person that's like a credible threat? Is it Trick?
I mean, that's what I was like. Who would?
Like, I guess, like, who's going to be the one to overthrow him? And I feel like Javon Evans, especially for a new generation, would be the guy.
Yeah, but I would have that pick right now because Trick and Oba already have so much history. You know what I'm saying? They've gone through all of that. So it's like, yeah, you could have Trick come in and like hit a Trick knee on Javon, but I'm like, are you still so like, you want to circle back to the NXT title? Because like I was already saying at the top of the year that I was like, I'm good for him to come up to the main roster at that point. But I was like, with the Trick and A thing that he's doing now, I'm like, all right, cool, we're doing this, and he's a heel character, so it's like fine. But he's still overcooked, or not over. I'm not overcooked, but like he's more than ready to go to the main roster. That sounds disrespectful. So like whenever he loses the title, or like the next cycle, he should be gone. I would imagine, but.
I can see him holding both the TNA title and the NXT title, and then appearing on Raw.
Maybe that happens. I mean, he's got to defend it against Mike Santana. I think that's another match that we got coming up. It's not on this, and it's on a TNA show.
That's not on Heatwave.
Yeah, okay. So that's the TNA main event. It's him versus Mike Santana, because that's what caused the loss in the first place. Is like the slight distraction where it's like he's all the way up in the rafters, just like he just like shoots a gun at Trick. And then like stuns his or breaks his shield for Javon to hit a cutter.
My heart says Javon Evans, but my head says Obafemi. I'm gonna go with my
head. Yeah. Oba's winning this for sure.
We will have a winner in this with you going Jada Parker and me going Lola Vice, or it could end up a draw.
Yeah, good.
It could be Kehlani winning
that. Yeah, I would say Kehlani is like, she's. No, I'm not going to say the most over, but the most accomplished of those three. Obviously, first North American Women's Champion and everything. So At least she's held a title before. That's what she's got in her favor.
All right, that is it for NXT Heatwave.
Yep.
Let's get to these champions. And we both kind of teased our champions, but I'll start with my first one. The Owen Wilson. Wow. Title belt. So Booker T for his reaction when Javon fell through that table on that spot you talked about earlier. He was on the top rope and then Trick pushed him off and then he just kind of like jumped all the way into the announce table.
Springboard backdrop through the table.
Booker T was exactly like Owen Wilson in his reaction. He was just like, wow. Just like that's succinct. It wasn't like as drawn out as Owen Wilson, but it was pretty much to the same effect. Whereas like it was just all quiet. All you just hear is Booker like, wow.
That nasally wow. I thought it was about time. I haven't done this in a while, but to get a new champion, and new.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle, nigga, don't do that. That's 5 to 10. Nigga is gonna go to MJF and Ricochet and the Gates of Agony for kidnapping Mark Briscoe and pouring gasoline on him because they're going to immolate Mark Briscoe unless he gets his title shot, which we predicted earlier. So basically this title, I just imagine, I was like, if you cannot talk your way like out of manslaughter 1, like that's basically the title for you.
Yeah,
this is the manslaughter 1 at the bare minimum. Like you're getting caught, like you're going down for manslaughter 1. Like there's no, like you can maybe not murder, but it's one of the two. Like whenever he's just sitting here like, bro, what are we doing here? Like, come on now. It's the title for that. So MJF, you guys for being crazy enough to immolate somebody on live television.
That'd be the first time
Darby Allin is
trying to do it.
Yeah, because Darby Allin's 2-time winner of that. He's the most winner of that right now. And that's because remember last week or a few weeks ago, when I first brought it up, he was putting people in body bags and trying to throw Moxley over the ladder escape or the fire escape. I was like, holy shit, he's throwing him like 30 feet to the ground. But yeah, that's our champions of the week, people. Per usual, I'm going to tell you again, do the social engagement things, mostly here on this YouTube channel. Give us a like, comment, subscribe, follow us. On our socials, the French Fried Pro, me, Moody, and the Habisha Hayes, Samson. We're going to see you next week, episode 60.
Yep, that's it. Thanks for closing out the show. We'll catch y'all next week. Peace, y'all.